What if someone you lost who had died returned? This episode of AfterBuzz TV is brought to you by the powerful and riveting new drama, Resurrection. You won't be able to stop watching or talking about it. Resurrection premiering on Sunday night, March 9th at 9/8 Central, only on ABC. You're not going to want to miss it.
Mr. Langston, did your son go missing, sir? I haven't. He's okay.
My son died 32 years ago.
What if someone you lost returned?
Daddy!
Honey, who is it?
Jacob. I'm coming home.
The television series event begins.
You're not the only one, there's others.
Tell the world.
Resurrection. Series premieres Sunday, March 9th on ABC.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Being Human After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Being Human After Show.
Strange fruit hanging.
Oh,
That says a lot right there.
wonderful. Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing AfterBuzz TV after show for your favorite show, Being Human. We're on Season 4, Episode 7, Gallows Humor. And that's a little bit of Gallows Humor right there for you with that Billie Holiday song. I am your host, Sean O, and I am joined here by my awesome and lovely co-hosts this evening.
Kelly. Hey. And Dorinda.
Thank you two for being here, and we're going to be talking about the following topics tonight. Sally's Death Night.
Dun dun dun.
And man wolf on wolf spousal rape.
It's intense, guys. It's intense.
Robbie stays dead, Donna's death spot, and Aiden detoxes in a very seedy hotel room. But before we go ahead and talk about these topics, I'm going to turn it over to Roxy, Roya, and Kathy.
Okay, guys. So there is this crazy new show coming out called Resurrection on ABC. Mm-hmm. And I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What would you do if someone you loved died and then came back to life?
I'd flip out. I wouldn't know what to do.
That is exactly how these townspeople are feeling. So in this small town called Arcadia, Missouri, this boy, Jacob, he's 8 years old, and he dies. And then 32 years later, he comes back to life. So, of course, his parents and the entire town don't know what to do with themselves. And it's a really interesting new show because it's not the typical show we've seen about zombies or aliens or vampires. I mean, aren't you guys getting sick of those kinds of shows?
A little bit.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing them all over the place. So it's great that we have this new topic coming out. It's called Resurrection. It's on ABC. It premieres March 9th at 9/8 Central. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be watching. I don't think you guys want to miss it.
Oh, I've already set it up on my DVR.
Well, thank you very much, Kathy and Roxy and Roya, for that special message. So let's go ahead and start talking about Kathy's, not Kathy's Death Night. Sorry there, Kathy. Sally's Death Night. So the whole time, okay, as we love to do here, we start at the end of the episode because that's what's fresh in our mind. True. So we see Sally brushing her teeth. She's obsessed with her oral hygiene.
With a blanket over her.
Covering
something.
Her death outfit. Mm-hmm. And that's how we know that it's, and she knows it's a cue to herself. So, what do you guys think?
She's definitely going to change time.
Yeah.
She's definitely, how can you not jump in your own body and be like, no, you can't not, I feel like.
Wait, here, and it's Sally. Let's just it's Sally.
She messes stuff up.
She can't control herself.
She, bless her heart, but she just doesn't know how to stop. And the thing about it, what I loved is even when you're watching it, she's like yelling at her. She's like, come on, Malik. Like, she's so like annoyed with her own self. She's still not getting that it's actually her death night until she takes the blanket off. And then she freaks. So to me, I was like, oh, this is just going to go from bad to worse in just a matter of seconds. Yeah. And the fear, I was thinking, because once you change time, everything else is
changes.
It changes.
They might not even know each other, like the whole like housemates and everything.
Yeah, but Sally never thinks about that.
Yeah, and she might still have the house. They might not move in, you know? Josh and Aiden.
Yeah, and they might not have ever met. And what would her life be like if she had never met them?
And maybe she'll continue to be in an abusive relationship with Danny, and it'll just get worse and worse, and her parents will get stressed out and die earlier than her mom did. All that stuff.
Or maybe she'll kill him and
she'll end up in prison.
Exactly. There's so much more to this, but
we'll see next episode.
It will totally cause a time paradox.
Yeah.
It'll be so bad.
Yeah, unless she actually, for a moment, because that's what we ended on, actually thinks for a minute. There could be that moment where Sally actually thinks and comes to her senses.
No, it's Sally, though. She doesn't.
I was looking at some of the tweet feeds from Sam Witwer's account, and him and I think some of the other cast members too, like Kristen Hager, who plays Nora, they were tweeting like, oh, I hope Sally doesn't Sally this thing up. They're turning her name into a verb. She's been messing everything up for herself. She just can't. Every episode, she has to use her blood magic at least once or twice, and she ends up going in the past. Like, she's used it so much, and it's just. And we got to hear a lot of explanation from Donna regarding that. So that's. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, she even said. Donna even was like, "Promise me never to use this magic again." She's like, "I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't. Yeah. I'll save it for holidays and
special occasions."
Even though Donna was like, "Listen, this tether's gonna break soon. You might be left in limbo, like in old time travel." She doesn't care. That's how Sally is.
That's her addiction.
Yes.
That's her addiction. Everybody here, and I just got this whole episode. Okay, but it's seriously was on their own addiction.
Yeah, it is.
Their own demons.
Yeah, their own demons and what they have to do with. And Sally's demon is that she just can't help herself.
Right.
You know, and she just can't stop, no matter how hard she tries. Because, we're starting from the back, so.
Well, because they're.
Oh, you don't have. You can, jump around.
Well, just like
feel free.
Because I want to jump to Robbie. That's why.
Oh yeah.
And with Robbie, she wasn't considering Robbie.
No.
She was considering her, and so that doesn't really jump to Robbie.
Well, because she wants to feel good.
Yeah.
She wants to. She's being selfish because she wants to protect Robbie instead of just, hey, something happened that you couldn't control. He got killed. Sure, it was a malevolent spirit. Right?
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah, but we didn't know. But she doesn't know that. She just thought it was an accident. Everybody else just thinks it's an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody has figured out yet. Sally's not the only one living in that house.
Yeah.
Which I find really
only
weird.
ghost.
Yeah, exactly. I find very weird though. By the way,
that it's been how many years,
and they still don't know that there's this little girl living there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there was something that got triggered that opened it up for her to start doing stuff, like all the blood magic and Sally going back and forth, warping through time.
Oh, Sallied it up.
She sallied it up, all right. So I'm just. Geez, I'm really concerned with what's going to happen next time, because in the teaser we do see that she jumps into her body, and we all knew that was going to come into play because we saw a few episodes ago when she was having that dream and then Donna shows up and ends up killing Danny, like slitting his throat or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it stops, right? It stops her from dying, being pushed down the stairs and ending up with her death spot, becoming a ghost.
Doesn't she like put her fingers in his eyes or something? Or am I?
Does she do that? Oh,
something
I just
crazy gross.
I was just throwing that out there. Yeah. So yeah, something like that. You're probably right. But then we also got to see Sally jump into that old woman's body when she was in Aiden's past in the 1930s. So we knew that was gonna. Now I knew that was gonna come into play, and I'm glad to see that it's going to, from what we saw in the teasers. But I just don't. I'm scared of what's gonna happen and what we're gonna see.
Yeah, well, we even saw in the teaser, Josh was like, "You don't know who I am." He says that to somebody. Yeah. I heard him say that. So, something.
Yeah, there's so much. It's so funny because before we even watched this episode, you and I were sitting there talking about it because I'm a huge fan, since the beginning of the show, huge fan, and I was saying this season has been weird. We both were saying this season was and this episode brought it all together, I thought.
Connected a lot of dots, I feel like. And a lot of loose storyline ends, kind of.
Exactly, which I really liked. But now with Sally doing what she's doing, and then we segue, I mean, look at the wolf.
Yeah.
This episode was like crazy intense. It just kept getting more and more like, because they started like kissing and stuff. I thought they were gonna like have a wolf baby, and then
he was getting too aggressive with her though.
Yeah, he just wanted it more than her, and she. Whoa.
And that scared the bejesus out of me because Josh, of all people, and we know on the series, and the fans know, he's not that guy.
No, he's a really good person.
He's a good person, innately good and geeky and awkward, and then this happens, and I got when she said, "You scare me," because it scared me.
Yeah. If anything, he's like the least threatening. He used to be.
Yeah.
Because he was like, he used to be able to control himself.
Yes.
Well, but he knew what to do with the full moons and everything. But yeah, and she even sleeps with that knife because she's so scared.
Which is crazy because that was that the first time we've seen the knife?
No, he's used it before. He brought it out against gosh, I forgot his name, but the father, the purebred father last season. He brought it out against him. So we've seen it before.
In the early episodes of this season, he wanted to be killed with it.
Yes, they did have it on hand for emergencies, and Aiden was using it as well.
True, but once again, we can tie this in with Sally. Her doing that spell on him, something changed in that moment because she just disappeared and it wasn't done. I don't think that spell was done because it was one of the first things I think she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was gone, and they didn't know what to do when the hand comes out of the mouth, which freaked me out. But when the hand comes out of the mouth, they just did what you would do. You'd go on your gut. You just cut up in the wolf and bring him out.
Right.
Instead, you didn't get rid of the wolf. Now he is the wolf.
Yeah, and we didn't know what needed to be done further. And it doesn't even seem like Sally really knows. Because she's mentioned in previous episodes that she's kind of flying on instinct in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she never knows what she's doing.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's sallying it up.
Yeah. She's sallying it up. And it was interesting because with the beginning of that, he said, "I can control it." And then finally he says, "I don't think I can control it." And then she's yelling at him, telling him, "You can control." Oh, now you're telling me that you can't control it? And that fight that they had was so real, too. Was so real, going back and forth. And then leads up to what happened and her walking out.
Also, he likes when he does it. He admitted, and that's what makes her feel more uncomfortable, is that he likes having that power and being able to do that.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
Usually his wolf is limited to that once a month night, but now there's all kinds of these triggers this season where he could turn into that man wolf and things can really get hairy. Good pun. But yeah, it's just that it's interesting how we get so many vices and so many domestic violence like situations going on here, like a lot of messed up connections in this episode, right?
Yeah.
Things you would never expect it, to be honest. Things you would never expect it.
Well, that one especially.
I didn't see that. I mean, bravo to the writers and taking it in such a different direction. And being outside of the character that you love so much, him doing something almost despicable where you can't come back from that, because you can't come back from that.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
Unless maybe magic to get rid of the wolf.
Well, Sally jumps into herself.
Try it again, Sally.
Yeah.
But that actually, I'm thinking of a couple of seasons ago. It may have been season 3 or season 2, but there was an episode. It was probably, it may even have been season 1, where Josh gets like really aggressive because it's like the night before a turn, or may even be like the night of a turn. And
he takes her.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was the night of a turn. And he was about to change. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. And he like bends her over a table and just goes to town on her.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and that's true. So
I think that was in season 1 when they were in the basement of
the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's when they started dating. So she thought it was like a thing, like a one-time kinky thing or whatever. Like, but she didn't realize. And then he runs out the room after it happens too.
Oh yeah,
because he's like, what just happened? Because that was when he was first just dealing with his wolf. Because it was the first season it just happened.
Yep. And again, he's a really sweet, awkward dude, but he gets those aggressive tendencies limited to once a month, and he's able. He does his control thing. He's like, okay, I gotta go, and he just bolts out the door down to the basement, locks himself in there.
Yeah.
But now he can't, because now that wolf will come out anytime, any place, anywhere.
It seems like whenever he's like angry or like passionate, like all those intent, like desires and stuff. Well, that's when he wolfs out.
Because pardon the word, but it's animalistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's an animal. Mm-hmm. A part of him is an animal.
I won't pardon the word. I liked it.
Okay. Thanks.
So, Robbie stays dead. A lot of us were debating last week, Dorinda, since you weren't here. Mm-hmm. We were debating whether he would either get his door or if he would end up becoming human again some other way. Mm-hmm. And nothing happened this time. Like him and Donna had that conversation, and I was looking at the Twitter feed. I'm gonna admit, I was looking at Sam Witwer's Twitter feed, so I kind of didn't hear everything that was going on. Do you guys want to explain, like, what was that conversation between Robbie and Donna?
It was actually quite a great, Donna, to me, this episode, I've always liked Donna, because she's no nonsense, broad, everything. But you always knew there was a story to her, and we didn't really know her story until tonight. And when she starts explaining to Robbie, because he's basically talking to her about Sally.
And yeah.
Yeah, because Sally and him start talking, and he's like, well, I'm scared you haven't been here. You've been going in and out. And she's like, everything I'm doing is for you.
And she said that she wants, Donna says that Sally wants to, save you. She wants you to live. And he's like, well, what's, being a ghost like? Is it fun?
Yeah, he was, asking the questions about, hey, what's it going to be like?
But it kind of ended weird, I feel like. We didn't see what...
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't see, but I would like to think, because of the way, Donna's death goes, and I don't want to go into that, because I really do want to talk about Robbie as a ghost and Robbie as a character. I want to see Robbie come back, because he was hysterical.
Yeah.
And he brought, that humor that has kind of been lacking this season, except for the one where Aiden gets really drunk and
that was great. Dances.
The dances with Sally.
Mm-hmm.
The curtain.
Exactly. But other than that, we really haven't seen much humor to it, and he brought a lightness that needed to be actually in this episode, because it really was a deep episode.
Which was kind of odd, though, that he was the most calm because he just died.
Exactly.
Why are you so calm about being a ghost? And I guess maybe he's kind of relieved that he saw his sister. He's like, wow, I could talk to my sister, but still.
And I think...
And he's finding out about werewolves, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he just... when he found out about the werewolves and the Aiden's a vampire, he goes, how could they see me? He was like, what is going on?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, how can I see you? And everybody's just shocked. And the look on everyone's face is like, oh, this is just not good. But when she told him, Sally, because there's a lot of she's in this, Sally basically said, once you go back to being a human, you're not going to be able, this is it.
To see her, yeah.
Basically was telling him to say his goodbyes to her. And I don't think he was ready for that.
And that's probably why he ran out. So
Which apparently he's notorious for doing. He just bounces.
Yeah. that's his gig, because he did that when
That's his MO.
That's where he went. Why he went to Florida, right?
Yeah, he went to I think it was Florida or something like that.
He went to Seattle to help his friend with the startup.
With the startup, yeah. But it was really because he didn't want to see what was going to go down with Danny and Sally. So that's his thing. So he might just show up. I can see him just showing up again.
Just like Shazamming into the house again.
Yeah.
He's the best. Is this like a bad time? Like, it seems like you guys are like in the middle of a conversation or something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how we get to see him rediscovering the ghost powers, and we just, like, to us, it's kind of like, oh, all right, Sally already went through that. That's funny, you learned that.
Yeah, and it was cool, and his character was great, and you would think that he had been with that cast for a while, the way he interacted with all of them. Like, even last episode, when Nora and Josh were fighting, when Nora just found out he was about to tell Nora that he slept with the one, I forget that woman's Amy or whatever.
Wendy.
And he walks upstairs and he goes, married people, like walks downstairs.
No, he was downstairs and he put his headphones on.
Yeah.
But he had walked up and he just looked and goes, oh, once again, is this a bad time? Married people. And then walks downstairs and puts on the thing. And then that little malevolent ghost kills him.
I feel like, you're definitely right, Dorinda. Like, the cast is already really... They probably love him being there. That's why he's had an extended stay. He's got 2 episodes under his belt instead of just 1 from last season.
Which is great, and I love seeing him, but...
Sam Witwer he tweeted out something that I retweeted on my account, and he said, it was super awkward sometimes to have at Megan Rath and at Jesse Rath on set together, ... because they used to date and all. # being human. I think he's throwing in a little Dexter humor in there, right? So it's pretty good.
Because you guys, I did not know this. Well, I should have picked it up, but I didn't realize that they were really brother and sister. But I was like, they just look oddly alike.
No, put some makeup on him and it's Megan Rath. And a wig, long wig.
Yeah, you're right.
Twinsies.
Yeah, they really look
they
like
could
they
make
could be
the
twins.
Parent Trap again.
Seriously.
With the twist.
Yeah.
It's really a boy. Yeah, so he stays dead. We don't get to see Little Smokey messing with them in any way.
No. Well, I mean, they covered a lot, so I don't blame them for not putting that in.
I think throwing her in there would have been even...
My head would have just exploded.
Yeah. And Nora, when her and Josh were ghost sitting, they were having some kind of weird debate about the door, if it's good or bad. And I always imagine the door as being a good thing, because Sally, she passed it up, and then she started going crazy afterwards.
I think Nora was just dealing with her own demons, and she's not happy with her life right now. So she's like, why look at something good? She was just kind of using her own issues, taking it out
exactly.
on the ghost
And
thing.
she had never seen the Ghost Whisperer then, because it's always good if you get your door. That's what you want. Jennifer Love Hewitt said so. It's got to be true.
But he's like, yeah. But I think she's using it like, well, you always want marriage too, but marriage, her marriage isn't working out.
That's true.
You can't always, all good things sometimes aren't always good.
Oh,
I think that's why she's using it kind of metaphorically, why.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that
Like this ideal that you have. It's kind of like the ghost ideal is, oh, you get your door. You get your door. That's where you go. Then you go to the afterlife and you're really happy. It's like white light, you go to heaven. All right? So you're supposed to do that. But she's taking, we don't really know. It's like real death. You don't really know what really happens when you die.
Yeah.
Right? It's just this ideal.
Yeah, I think they don't want to talk about it either because, religions and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into heaven and stuff, which...
But and they've heard about limbo with Sally, maybe, and they don't want to... And she came back as a zombie, and they don't want him to get all confused and freaked out by all that
because
stuff.
usually normal ghosts don't do that stuff.
No,
it's just Sally.
Just Sally comes back as a zombie. And I liked her. She goes, I knew there was another way. I knew it. I knew there was another way. And once again, Donna had to explain it to her. Now I jumped all the way back.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, we're going to Donna right now.
Oh,
in her death spot. Perfectly segued. So Donna, she ends up... I want to say she's gone now because Sally supposedly destroyed the death spot, which is
But
really, I didn't see
her do it.
Yeah, we didn't see her do it. She just spoke an incantation, and it's supposed to get rid of the death spot. Am I right?
I thought she just did it to bring her back to the death spot, and I don't know if there was a ending thing because a closing of the death spot because she got transported back in time.
And because it was in air, so we can't see the death spots on the ground or the tree's not there anymore, the floor, It's been paved over by a Walmart, so
I still think it's hysterical.
It is a shop mart, right? But do you feel like this is the last of Donna?
I mean, if it is, I have to say, at first I was like, this is how it's gonna go, but Donna, you found out, really wasn't. Once again, her addiction was magic, because she even said it.
Yeah.
And she was ready to be done. And I really do think she was ready. I don't think there was any insincerity in it. I think she was very sincere. I also thought she found her, not that she has a soul, but whatever she had, she thought, okay, I'm going to help you. And then that's why she said, give him me. And then I was like, wow, she's going to sacrifice herself. But and my other question was she sacrificing because she wanted to do that, or was she sacrificing because she wanted to be done?
I don't know. I think she has other ulterior motives. I don't think she's gone.
That's what I was going to explore too.
Yeah.
But I do feel like after...
She was too nice.
She was too nice.
This episode. It was really weird, and I didn't trust that at all.
Oh, I could see that.
Because in the other episodes this season, she's been pretty aggressive, and she's done some crazy stuff with her magic, and she punished Sally in some weird ways.
Yeah, and she wanted Sally to bring her back, didn't she? To use the magic or something.
I feel like she did. She always said we have this connection now. You're gonna bring me back. She alluded to that in a lot of the episodes, but. I don't know. I felt for her.
More so than ever before.
She was very remorseful.
It's a trick, guys.
It's a trick.
You believe it?
It's a tricky witch.
Yeah. Well, it was weird because when Sally went and got her, she said to Sally, no. And then explained, this is not something, once you go back there, you have to relive it. It's not something you want because it hurts.
It's painful for her.
It's painful for her.
I mean, come on. She's lived how many years? She's lying to you guys.
Hundreds of years.
She's lying.
She gave the exact date. We got details on her.
Yeah.
1692.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue. No, it's 1492, guys. I know. I know my history.
But, and I thought it was also interesting how she referred to the magic as our magic. Sally and her are really connected. They're a part of each other now. So that was pretty fascinating too.
I don't know, I just don't trust it. I'm gonna talk about that later though. About Donna predictions.
Well, supposedly now she's gone. So hopefully we'll see her in flashbacks maybe. That's it. Just like we see Bishop.
Oh, we'll see. I do miss Bishop. I thought he was a great character.
Oh yeah.
Great villain.
Oh, so great.
Love him.
And that actor is so great at anything and everything he did.
Pellegrino.
Yeah.
Awesome actor.
He's so good. So good.
Great water too, right? Isn't that water? Pellegrino.
Yes, it is.
It's so true.
So Aiden detoxes. And I want to, I want to start off by saying, and you brought this up, he should have broke that damn chain with his vampire power.
Yeah, right? I don't believe it. Even if he was weak. Did you see how tiny that chain was?
It was thin.
It was thin, and I don't know.
He could have snapped that thing like Twizzlers. Seriously.
That's true, but I also think A, he was weak, but B, I don't think he wanted to be unchained. I think he wanted to be chained.
He wanted to be punished like his wife punishes herself with the cat of nine tails.
Yeah, because Aiden likes to, even though, just like his wife with the cat and nine tails, he punishes his own self in other ways all the time.
Yeah.
Because he's always morose in everything that he does. So him falling off the wagon was quite interesting.
This time.
Yes, as opposed to other times, because he's able to get right back on the saddle, but not this time. So what happened this time was so different than any other time.
And he was really kind of villainous when he was talking about all the people that he's killed, like it was nothing. And just about the one girl, Amy, that he recently killed, and how he took the light from her eyes and and how that tastes.
Right.
So I don't know if he wanted to be chained because he seemed so like evil about it. I think he maybe. I'm just gonna say he was weak.
Here's the thing, and this is the thing about addicts and detoxing and everything like that. They are some of the most manipulative people in the world, and bravo to Sam Witwer because it was amazing. It really was to watch him do, because we've really never seen them go a deep, dark place like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gone other places, but like this time, even though it was because of blood, there's so many ways you can, and he played such a great addict, detoxing, in that they'll do anything. They'll manipulate you in any way, anything, so they can get out of there, because they don't want to be there. And that's what he was doing. So when he was saying all about all those women and stuff, not that I'm sure he was, but he didn't want her to see the remorse, because then she then got to him.
Yeah, then
and
she was
wanted
winning.
to, and he wanted to make sure that Suzanna knew that she didn't get to him.
Yeah, and then he didn't care, and
yeah, and it was so good. The look in his eyes.
Yeah, and his behavior changed so dramatically. It really felt like the stages of detoxing from an addiction.
Yeah.
And they got to use the whole episode to explore that, which was really nice.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's the writers on this show, especially for this episode, really did a fantastic job.
It's really great though this season. I know it's a wonky season, but Aiden's character, like his performances so far, I think have been pretty solid. Like when he was drunk, that was pretty funny, and then like last episode when him and Suzanna are trying to connect again, and now he's like, it's just showing all sides of him, kind of, and I really liked that.
He really hit bottom, and then she made him go even further when she confessed about killing young Isaac.
Yeah.
How awful was that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I didn't know and I loved how everything just stopped and it was silent and in slow motion, and you didn't know what he was going to do.
Even I gasped.
I thought he was going to kill her for a second because he grabbed that thing.
And and I thought something was going to happen because she was holding it and she was going in to unlock him. From the
I thought he was gonna like stab her or something.
Exactly,
quick, but not like I didn't know she was gonna confess. It came.
I was like
out of left field.
That's when I said you should have kept the handcuffs on if you're gonna do that. That's not very smart on your part, Sam. If you're gonna say I killed her son.
Perhaps she saw him go rock bottom, and then she wanted to join him there, and because she's punishing herself every day by not drinking blood and by whipping herself. I also feel like she maybe wanted him to lose control and kill her, because it would have felt more fitting to have the father of her son finish her off.
Well, I think it was like a test, kind of. That's why she did that, to see if he was gonna do that to her too. I don't think she would have cared either way. Like you said, I think she might have been relieved that she would have died, but I think she was also surprised that he didn't. And that's why she started like bawling too. And
I think her bawling, because she really thought he was going to do it, and I think it was her release, that was her happy moment of he's going to do this, and I'm going to be done. I'll be released from this hell that I've been living, and there will be no more, because every day that I have to be alive, in the sense of the word, walk this earth, I have to think about what I did to my son. Yeah. And yes, I agree with you. It would be fitting if he was the one that did it to her.
Yeah. I don't even feel like she gets joy out of like really anything. And even last episode when they got it on in the bar, she seemed really like mediocre through the whole thing. Like she just kind of was like along for the ride, and she felt bad for him and was like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make him feel good. And even afterwards, she brought the whole thing down with like the conversation that ensued.
She's kind of like numb, I feel like, to everything now, because she just endures so much pain from what she's done that like nothing, she's not going to feel happy again, because she literally like did the worst thing she could do. Like she's never going to get happy because she can't get her son back.
Yeah, and I also think if she stays this way and doesn't have any emotion, she won't fall off her own wagon.
She'll be in control.
Yeah, because she needs to be in control, or she will go and do what Aiden did, and she'll,
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, wow.
Well, I think that about does it on our topics, man. We exhausted those things. Overall, really good episode tonight, especially the cliffhanger at the end.
Man.
Amazing.
So good.
Is it me or every time you see Danny walk onto the screen? Because it's always the same, you know, the recurring role. And that's the one thing about a lot of these shows.
Yeah.
They really do get the recurring characters to come back.
Yeah.
Every time he walks on, and now that you know what he did, don't you just want to hit him?
Yeah.
I do. I want to punch him right in the nose.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Every time it's like, oh, Danny.
You bastard.
Feel bad for that actor if I ever saw him.
Yes. So bad.
And, you know, you punch him and you go, you know what you did.
Let's go ahead and move into our news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of things that I retweeted from looking at all the Being Human stuff on Twitter tonight. It's a trending topic, man. It's always out there every night, every Monday night. Thousands of people tweeting about it. Let's see. At Sam Witwer on his account, he tweeted, "Okay, yes, many of these names are mixed up versions of my friends' names because, yes, I want to kill them all. Hashtag being human." So all those names that he was spouting out while he was...
That's
cool.
That's crazy.
That's a cool little behind the scenes thing.
That's
right
awesome.
There. Yeah, delving into his mind, what's going through his mind. And Sam Witwer retweeted this at Being Fans, which is obviously fans of Being Human. Their account is at Being Fans, and they tweeted out an interesting picture, a twit pic, of 20 vampires that we've encountered throughout the entire Being Human show that have been like characters who've been like speaking characters pretty much. And out of the 20 of them, we only have 4 that are still around right now and 2 that are missing, and the remainder are all dead. They've all turned to ash.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting twit pic. I tweeted that out from my account at Sean Austino. And let's see, what else? Let's see. Okay. We had last week, actually. I didn't see this until today, but Jesse Rath had taken over the at Being Human SyFy account, and he was live tweeting. He tweeted out a freaking funny twit pic, and he said in this, "Real quick, here's what at Sam Witwer and I would look like if we fused. Hashtag Being Human. Hashtag SNIKT. I don't know what that is. Might be a Star Wars thing. But check this out. It's a twit pic of Wolverine and
that's funny.
Yeah, and the Dark Jedi Apprentice who Sam Witwer played during the Force Unleashed series.
Oh, that's right. He does a lot of voiceover work.
Yes,
yeah. He does a huge amount. Well, that voice, it's so great.
Yeah. So and Jesse Rath is so into Wolverine. Like apparently he personifies Wolverine sometimes by like doing his hair and growing a beard out and stuff. So this is what they would look like fused together, Dragon Ball Z style fused maybe. That's all the news and gossip I have. You ladies have some?
Yeah, I have one thing. Apparently there's the Telefilm Canada, which is the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television, and the Consulate General of Canada is in Los Angeles. It's like a film festival, I think, or a film award thing. And it's going to happen on Thursday the 27th at the Le Armitage Beverly Hills. Megan Rath and Jesse Rath are going to be there.
Cool.
It's like a awards thing for Canadian actors and stuff. So.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very
So
cool.
if you want to find out where they are, go to Beverly Hills on Thursday and maybe you'll see them.
Man, they're in LA.
They're here.
Finally. I actually do have a couple more things. So, Megan Rath just 4 days ago on her Instagram, she posted a pic that's got her chocolatey dog, her awesome hairy dog, in front of an LA Express newsstand thing. So one of those,
cool.
one of those like those periodicals. I've never looked at one personally, but yeah. So I was like, dude, she's in LA, man. And
now you have it official. She's legit here.
It's official. Thank you so much, Kelly. And
and the picture.
Yeah, let's go move into our predictions.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ooh. this is going to be a couple of juicy predictions. Well, I'm just going to throw out one. I have been writing down my predictions recently, so I'm going to conjure this one up.
Okay.
Like blood magic. I think that Sally is, obviously you saw in the teaser, she's going to inhabit her old body. Mm-hmm. She's going to do something to stop Danny. Probably kill him. Probably not. Well, maybe she won't kill him. Maybe she won't be that bloodthirsty. But she will cause the hellfire to rain down, and it will be a time paradox. Nothing will happen. No one will know anybody. Ray's gonna still be alive. I think I saw a flash of him.
Oh, I did see that, because Ray's supposed to be dead,
yes,
right? Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be dead thanks to Josh, right? So, and Sally, because Sally never met Donna, I think, so they probably aren't supposed to kill Ray. Who knows? Anyway, so there's going to be a massive time paradox, but then it's going to...
Nora might not be a werewolf either.
Maybe that too.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's true.
But that's all I got, because I just really want to see next episode. Dorinda?
Well, going in that, we were just talking about, I want to see what it would be like if none of them had met and what their lives would be like. And would we go back to 2010 and have to relive it all over again, but them as three separate people not ever meeting? Or is it going to tell us in the time paradox, no matter what you do, even though you change time, the people you're supposed to meet no matter what? And I'm thinking that we're going to go through this whole episode because it has to bring you back to 2014 at some point, and they have to be together. Even if you change things. Because I do think that they'll come back together at some point. It might be different. Or, I don't know, maybe Robbie, since Robbie left, and Robbie comes back, maybe Robbie will come back, which I'm kind of hoping because I love Robbie. I'm a new Robbie fan. And he fixes everything. Not fixes, because he wouldn't know what to do it, but I don't think he'll sally it up. Maybe he'll be the one who saves the day. Because remember, he hates Danny.
Yeah, he does.
He hates Danny that much.
So the next episode's probably going to be like an It's a Wonderful Life type thing mixed in with the Twilight Zone and paranormal stuff. Kelly?
I think Donna's not gone. I feel like it was too much of a cop-out, just being like, I'm done with this. I lived a long life, you know. But she's evil, man. It's blood magic.
Yeah.
And I think she slashed Robbie because it just ended so abruptly.
Yeah.
I feel like I know he's the type of guy that leaves, but I don't think he would have left like that. Unless maybe like the writers just want to have him to write guest spots. More guest spots.
I would love to have Robbie as a reoccurring. I think it'd be fantastic.
I think so too. Maybe they didn't have enough time to fit him in at the end, so they like chopped up some stuff. It's on the cutting room floor right now.
I'm hoping. Because if Donna would have shredded him, I think we would have saw something.
Yeah.
We would have got a glimmer of something.
Unless we see something later on.
Well, that's true too.
In the season. Well, that does it for us here at AfterBuzz TV's Being a Human After Show. You guys can give us follows. Give me a follow at Sean Austin O on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can follow me, Dorinda, at Lula Cherry Films on Twitter and at Dorinda B1 on Instagram.
And I'm Kelly. You can follow me at Holly Weirdo at both Instagram and Twitter.
Thanks so much, guys. We'll buzz with you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.